Hey everybody, welcome back to Video Game Esoterica and our continuing series, the Unported playlist, where I take a look at some of my favorite unported arcade games of all time. Today we have Golgo 13, Kiseki no Dandou, and I probably mispronounced that, but I tried. Before we get too far involved in the game, if you could do me a huge favor, go down below, hit like and subscribe, and ring that notification bell. And if you feel so inclined, we do have a Patreon. If you want to support the channel, the link is below. But this is an absolutely amazing arcade light gun shooting game that never made it home to consoles. It's released on the Namco System 12 platform, and that is basically an arcade version of the PlayStation 1. So I'm sure you're wondering, why didn't they port it to the PlayStation 1 if it ran on that hardware? And this game came out in 2000 when the console just wasn't getting that many releases. But you should absolutely play this. If you've ever played Point Blank before, it's a very similar concept. Each level is kind of a puzzle or a challenge. You'll see there for the first one, we had to shoot a bomb on an elevator. And by pressing a button on the side of the gun, or in my instance, the keyboard, you're able to zoom in with that scope because the arcade cabinet had a very large rifle on the front, kind of similar to Konami's Silent Scope series, where you had to zoom in, line up your shot, and take it. Because you can succeed in this game but still not get a great score, because based upon where you shoot your target, that's how the scoring system is going to work. You'll see here that this guy in the turban, we're supposed to shoot right through the brain. So as we zoom into the target, we have to line that shot up, and the combination is speed and accuracy. If you have a really accurate shot but it takes you too much time to take it, you're going to lose some points. If you shoot really quickly but the shot's not accurate, you're also going to lose some points. You'll see there we got as close to the target as we possibly could. We didn't get 1,000 out of 1,000, but it was really close. And that's what this game is all about, and that's why I love it so much, because unlike other light gun shooters where you're just shooting enemy after enemy, this one makes you pause and think and wait and line up your shot. Similar to some of the stages in the Point Blank series, those challenge stages where you have one target and it's flying around very quickly. I love that about Golgo 13. And you'll see there, I totally missed my shot, but I got him through the spine, so that counts as a win for me. A loss for him. I'm certain he's not having a good day. But I love how this game feels like both a puzzle and a light gun game at the same time, because it tricks you. Right there, I shot the wrong guy because I thought the head was the one I was looking for. And it does like to play around and kind of mess with you to get you to take the wrong shot. So kind of understanding what the stage is asking for and how it's asking you to play is important. What I absolutely love on top of the gameplay are all these different comic book anime scenes intercut between the gameplay levels. And granted, I don't speak Japanese or read it, so I have absolutely no idea what's going on. But the game does a really good job of giving you some backstory and some visuals to look at in between each level. So it seems like maybe it was intended to come home to consoles, but it just never did. In some stages, you have to be patient. Your target doesn't appear unless you wait a few seconds. And then as soon as she does appear, you want to take that shot as quickly as possible to maximize your score. Because the higher your score, the more percentage of your life bar you'll get back. And we were near perfect on that shot. So we get 30% of our life bar back. If you fail a stage, you either end up having to repeat it, or you lose some of that percentage of the life bar. But not every stage has you killing somebody. Here, the goal is to shoot the heel off of this woman's shoe. It's very challenging. She stops for just a moment, and you have to line that shot up perfectly to be able to succeed past it. So it's not all just wanton violence for fun's sake. I almost got that heel in the center, but I still shot it off, and I felt accomplished by doing it. But that's Golgo 13. I wish these games had come home. If you've been watching my channel consistently, you know I'm a huge light gun fan, so being able to play something like this is awesome because it never got released in the US, so this is the only way you can play it outside of Japan in an arcade. And the game does like to trick you. The camera jerks there because you're on a helicopter, and you just end up completely shooting the wrong person. And when you get to the right row of the levels, you end up with a boss level, and all you have to do is repeatedly shoot everybody that you see, and at the very end you're going to have to complete one sniper shot, which I do like, that it mixes things up just a little bit. Not every single stage is a puzzle. The majority of them are, but you do get these kind of open light gun stages in between, so you get a little bit of versatility. And I do like how the game looks. Granted, I grew up with a PlayStation 1, so those visuals to me still look really nice, even if they do look old and kind of janky. For nostalgia alone, I love them. But then at the end of the boss level, the screen starts shaking and you have to put a bullet right through the helicopter to be able to succeed. Because if you fail this level, you do have to repeat it. What I'm gonna let you do now is just listen to a little bit of the game. The soundtrack's awesome. It's got this like kind of rock jazz thing going on. It's just a really good overall soundtrack, sound effect, everything like that. And now that I pop that guy straight through the head, he's also having a very bad day. This is as close to being a sniper as I think you could get, unless you're actually a sniper. If you are for some reason, comment below and tell me, but otherwise I don't think I have any sniper viewers. But enjoy this sequence and I'll be back in a minute to close out the video. And that poor horse, I really do feel bad about shooting him in the hindquarters, but you couldn't pass the level without doing it. And I mean, maybe he recovered from it, who knows. But this game is awesome. If you like arcade light gun shooters, you're going to enjoy it. If you like the Point Blank series, you're also going to enjoy it. It has that mix of action and puzzle solving that I really love in arcade games of this style. Because right there, the two guys are shooting off their guns and your target has not come out yet. They're trying to hide it from you. And that's what I really like, is that you have to be patient and learn the game. Now your first playthrough is going to be your best playthrough because you don't know what the game expects of you. So definitely go in blind, check things out. I know you've seen a little bit of this video, but as you get better at it, the game gets a little bit more predictable. So it's one of those games that I don't know that I'd ever add to my collection, because once I kind of learned it, it doesn't change much compared to something like Point Blank, where even the challenge stages, some of the motions are random and the challenge is so high that I still really love those games on repeated playthroughs. But the game does get quite hard towards the end. We're on a train now, and our reticle is just shaking left, right, and center. And I can't believe I was able to pull off such a good shot as I was on this stage. But if you were playing this in arcade, I think I only maybe used 10 credits. If it was $1 a piece, that was 10 bucks, and that's not terrible for an arcade game. And I do absolutely love the final boss battle. But that's a Golgo 13. You can easily emulate it on MAME, and I highly recommend you check it out. If you like light gun games or puzzle games, you're going to get a lot of play out of it for those first few tries. Like I mentioned earlier, if you could do me a huge favor, go down below, hit like and subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Definitely helps us out. But we will be back next Sunday with even another unported arcade game. I have no idea how many I've done at this point, but it's been a lot. You guys keep enjoying watching them, so I'll keep making them. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I love chatting with you guys, but I will be back on Tuesday and Friday with other videos as well, and back on Sunday with another unported arcade game. But thanks so much for watching. We hope you guys have a great weekend. See you next time. Bye-bye.